And, some of you have introduced yourself. Welcome. Thank you very much. I shall now invite our club president, Jay Sepa, for an opening address. President Jay is from India. He's a medical doctor working in the pharma industry. Over to you, President Jay.
Thank you, Michael. Welcome all. Good evening, good afternoon, or good morning from whichever part of the world you are. Welcome, and thanks a lot for taking your time and to join with our club, which is Turners Advanced Toastmasters Club. We have built this club with the visualization that it will not only help to build a better speaking ability, but it will also enhance the depth of reading and enhance the hobby of reading and productive reading. It will help. So in the current era of digital distraction, there is a less and less importance which is being given to the reading books, and we see less number of people are reading books, but still it is very important to develop a cognitive ability to enhance the focus and critical thinking, imagination and concentration. When we look at the many contents in social media and internet, we find that there is abundance of information. However, most of the time it lacks the depth and engagement it is found within, which can be offered by reading books. So in such scenario, importance of reading books to build the cognitive abilities and focus, it is very important. So here in this club, we encourage all people to share the book reviews, share the learning from their books in the form of either speech or as a book review. And today we are going to have one special session where we will be focusing table topics based on some of the good book quotes. So this kind of engagement in the form of book we have, but we also have the normal format of routine Toastmaster meeting where the speech evaluation also would be there, and there would be one dedicated session where we would like to discuss something about books and learning from the books. So here we are not just a passive consumer of the information found in the books, but we are active participant in this kind of exploration of the book. And each book becomes a journey when we take it together, and learning is not just from the narrative or just from the pages from the book, but from each other insight, interpretation, stories and experience of reading that book. So with that, I welcome you all again, and I will hand over now today's session to take forward to our Dr. Mary Thomas. Dr. Mary Thomas is also a medical doctor and a very experienced Toastmaster. So over to you, Dr. Mary, to take today's agenda forward. Thank you.
Thank you, President Jay Seshpal. Thank you for introduction of the club. Thank you for opening the meeting. Thank you, Michael, for that. Today's session is quite, I should say, jam-packed because we have 5 speakers and we have something unique as well, what we call the round-robin evaluations. Round-robin evaluations, I'll explain what they are later. It actually entails everyone evaluating every speaker. That's quite different. We don't normally do that. And mostly evaluations are done by individual evaluators. What I'm going to do before we actually start the session, everyone looks so somber for a Saturday afternoon or a Saturday morning. Can we have some introductions? Anybody, or I'll just call. Pidor, could you tell us a little bit more about yourself? Where are you from? Which club? What do you do? Let's just warm up the room.
Again, I'm from Cambodia. I originally from QC Toastmaster, one of the 7 clubs in Cambodia. And now I've joined Bookish, which is recently rejoined as a member because I think book is interesting. And I work for the finance firm, but I like public speaking, so that's why I keep joining with Toastmaster. Thank you, Mary.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pidor. Could we hear from Toastmaster? I'm sorry, Neeraj, are you a Toastmaster?
So I will start my club membership from this week. I am from India. I operate my operations from Mumbai as well as from Ahmedabad. Uh, and I just received the invitation from the president, Dr. Jay. I've been one of the part in one of the meeting in the one of the Toastmaster Club 2 or 3 months back.
Nice, nice. So you would be a Toastmaster very soon. Nice to know that.
Yes, maybe by this week.
Yeah, you're in the right place if you want to. It has so many benefits being a Toastmaster. All right, let's hear. The rest of them are speakers. All right, speaker Ayumi, could you tell us more about yourself?
Hello, my name is Ayumi. This is the second time I joined this club as a speaker. Thank you. And from Edu Leaders Toastmaster Club. And I'm from Indonesia. I teach English for kids and also Quran, class Quran is holy book for kids also online. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ayumi. Could I hear from Sudha?
Well, I'm Toastmaster Sudha Gayatri from Praiti Toastmasters Club, and I'm from India, Andhra Pradesh. And I'm currently serving as president of Praiti Toastmasters Club. And I'm a third-year BTech student, currently pursuing my BTech degree in the Department of Information Technology.
Thank you. How about Justin? Yes, Neeraj, something you'd like to say?
Wanted to welcome to new members. That's
Justin.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster. I'm Justin Joy. I'm from Kerala in India. I belong to a Toastmaster called TA Digital Toastmasters. That is a corporate club. That's my company as well. And I have been Toastmaster for the past 6 months. Actually, I joined Toastmaster around 3 years back, but I dropped and then continued my journey with my current organization. I live in Kerala with my wife. And apart from my profession, I'm working as a technical lead. Apart from my profession as a technical lead, I am a course creator. I do trainings for web development and mobile development. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you. Welcome. Welcome to all who are coming in from India. We've got someone from Malaysia, speaker 4, Jason. Could you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, hi Mary, thank you. My name is Jason. I'm from PD Toastmaster Club, Personal Development Toastmaster Club. I'm a new member basically. I joined around 3 months ago. I work as a software tester and I am quite interested in building my communication because I really want to be a good public speaker, let's say when I'm doing presentations in my office or even when I'm having a normal conversation with the person next to me. So I think Toastmaster is a good place for me to try to build that up in me. So that's basically the reason why I joined Toastmasters. And thank you so much for having me here. Thank you, Mary.
Thank you, Jason. I would like you to do, okay, now I can see you. I thought there was a video issue. And apologies, I thought PD was Port Dickson. Actually, it's
everybody has the same confusion, but it was Port Dickson because they actually started it in Port Dickson. That's why they were called PD Toastmasters. But later they changed their name to Personal Development Toastmaster Club.
Oh, right. Yeah, because we always say PD for Port Dickson. So I thought it was okay. Thank you for clarifying. Thank you.
No issue.
All right. Anyone else who would like to share something? This is a very chill meeting, all right? So if you feel like saying something about books, you want to share something about influence of books in your life, share it with us. Anybody wants to speak or say something? As I said, it's a very chill meeting. We always have chill meetings on a Saturday afternoon. No? Okay, then I shall start the meeting proper. The theme of our meeting today is book quotes. I'm sure you've heard and seen millions of quotes. They're all over the place, and it became a trend, say about 20 years ago, when social media burst into the scene and with all of these quotes and all of these TikToks and whatever you call it, they have very interesting names. But we are the hardcore book readers. We are the hardcore people who still go back to books. Social media is just a part of our lives, but books are a permanent, indented part of our lives. It's in every cell in our body. So that's what books are for. Now I'm going to give you some nice quotes. If any of you feel that you want to share something about those quotes, you have two choices. You can either speak about it now, or the table topic master is going to bring you all these book quotes and you can talk about it then. You have two choices. But always feel free to share your thoughts. That's why we are here. All right? Now, let me tell you a few of the nice quotes from books. It says here, the best quote about books. Number one, books serve to show a man that those original thoughts of his are not very new after all. Next one. The man who does not read good books is no better than the man who cannot. Next one. I like this one. Show me a family of readers and I will show you the people who move the world. How about that? Anyone, any thoughts on that one? Show me a family of readers and I will show you the people who move the world. Just for 30 seconds, give us your thoughts about that. Show me a family of readers and I will show you the people who move the world. You know who comes to mind about that? Rishi Sunak, the Prime Minister of Britain. He comes to mind. He's an avid reader and he's been reading all his life. He talked about how he reads books and how that made him the wholesome man that he is. Anybody else want to share? Neeraj? Oh, Jay. Yes, please.
Yeah, so this reminds me many of such great leaders like Bill Gates, or you pick up any good CEO of the large organization, you will see that they will be constantly reading books and they have mindset of constantly learning. So even if which organization I work with, and that is Dr. Reddy's pharma industry, CEO of that but is also Ramanna. So if I look at his chamber is full of good books on leadership. So that way I could relate that what Dr. Mary was saying. I think all great leaders who are moving the world, who are like a pathbreaker and successful in their life, they are having that mindset of constant learning, and the way of this learning is often by books only.
Thank you, President Jay. Yeah, it's very true. If we don't have books, I'm not so sure we can even meet here together and speak about it or speak about things. How do we learn if there were no books? Fahrenheit 451 is a book that I used to teach in literature class. It talks about how books were burned so that people's mindset will not change. We'll talk about it in another meeting. Fahrenheit 451, I know that book very, very well. Now, there's one more quote here. Books are safer than people. Books are safer than people. Any comments on that one before I move to the first speaker? Books.
Yeah, chances people can harm you, but there is no way that book can harm anyone, living or non-living, both.
Absolutely. Don't we all know that? I mean, of course, we all read good books, so it will not harm us, but definitely people can harm us more than books can. Thank you, Neeraj, for that input. All right, we're going to move on before I keep on blabbering about book quotes. Now, we're going to have our first speaker, but before we start the speeches, I would like to say that today's evaluation would be done by what we call round robin evaluation. What it means that once a speaker has spoken, when we get into the evaluation segment, everybody will be given 30 seconds to give some points, positive, negative, about each of the speeches. Now, if you're wondering how is the evaluation form going to be done, just forward me the evaluation forms. I would be noting down what everyone has said, and I will sign you off as the Vice President Education of the club. So your speech is validated. All right. So I'll be jotting down every time someone talks about your speech, and that will be your evaluation sheet, which I would validate. All right. Let's have speaker number one. Speaker number one for today is Sudha Gayatri. She comes from Pragati Toastmasters Club, which is a students' club. She's been a Toastmaster since April 2023. She's a third-year BTech student, and she is currently the president of Pragati Toastmasters Club, which I believe is based in, could you tell me where it is based, Pragati?
And it's from Andhra Pradesh, AP.
Okay, so the club is based in AP, in your college, am I right? Yeah, okay. So let me give you her speech title. It is Beyond the Comfort Zone. She's doing level 1, project 4, in the path of innovative planning. Beyond the Comfort Zone, Sudha Gayatri. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mary. Well, imagine you're standing on a stage. It feels like your heart is trying to break out of your chest, just like Hulk. Your palms are sweating, just like you held a water balloon. And your knees were so wobbly, you look like a baby giraffe learning to walk. So what do you call it as? Anyone? Okay, so yep, that's a stage fear. Good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I am Toastmaster Sudha Gayatri from Pragati Toastmasters Club. So some episodes in our life keep teaching us something new, something exciting, something which we really need to learn to continue forward our journey in life. So one such episode in my life was comfort zone. It's a journey that took me beyond boundaries of my comfort zone, allowing me to discover aspects of myself which I never knew existed. So do you also have that one elusive person in your gang who always absent on school elocution day? Well, that person is me. I'm the only person in my school who always who is always present on absentees list. On elocution day, my schedule was somehow filled up with most unexpected and unavoidable appointments. I have had an imaginary dental emergencies and urgent calls from long-lasting relatives. I even convinced myself that elocution day was scheduled for a different day. And I show up at the school the day after, fully prepared to deliver a spectacular speech to an empty room. Well, not too long ago, I was someone who found solace within the confines of familiarity, the comfort zone with predictable routines and known outcomes where I felt secure. But as time went on, I realized that while comfort zone was soothing, it was also holding me back to reach my full potential. My tale of breaking free from my comfort zone began when I decided to pursue my passion that I had kept hidden for years, the public speaking. The mere thought of standing in front of audience would send my heart racing and my palms sweating. But I knew that if I want to grow, I need to face this fear head on. The first time I stepped onto the stage, my mind was whirlwind of doubts and apprehensions. However, I remind myself that growth happens when we challenge ourselves, when we choose to confront the unfamiliar. With the shaky hands and determined spirit, I began to speak. You know what? It was not as terrifying as I imagined. In fact, with every speech and every presentation, I felt a bit more empowered and a bit more confident. Each time I embraced that discomfort, I was rewriting the narratives of my capabilities. I started to see that my comfort zone was not a cocoon of protection. It was a cocoon that limited my wingspan. But my journey didn't end with public speaking. I continued to explore new territories, volunteering for causes close to my heart. With each step, I realized that my comfort zone was shrinking while my confidence and courage were expanding. Breaking out from my comfort zone wasn't always easy. There were the moments of self doubt and setbacks. But every time I stumbled, I reminded myself that failure wasn't the end, it was a stepping stone towards progress. As I stand before you today, the girl who has ventured beyond her comfort zone, I encourage each one of you to embrace your journey of growth, whether it's pursuing a dream, trying something new, or facing a fear. Remember that you have the power to redefine your limits. Over the years, I come to realize that comfort zone is just a state of mind. It's a little notorious voice inside our head that tells you you are going to miss. They all are going to laugh at you. Or you should have stayed at home and watched Netflix. But you know what? That little voice is a notorious liar. We all are defined. We are not defined by our comfort zones. We are defined by the steps we take beyond them. So, my dear friends, celebrate the discomfort that accompanies growth. Let's celebrate the courage it takes to step into the unknown. It's in these moments that we truly come alive, discovering the incredible potential and resides within us. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Mary.
Thank you. Thank you, Sudha, for sharing with us your thoughts on coming out of the comfort zone. We have our next speaker. Everybody, please be alert because all of you are going to evaluate the speeches. All right. So next, we're going to have speaker number 2, Toastmaster Justin Joy. Justin is from TA Digital Toastmasters Club. He has been in Toastmasters for the past 6 months. He is a technical lead, and he also would like us to know that he lives in Kerala, which is in the south of India. He loves to travel, and swimming is his hobby. Justin is going to share with us his speech, Master Your Personal Finance, from Level 1 P4, Presentation Mastery Path. Over to you, Justin.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Just a small correction, it's Level 1, Project 2. Okay. Dear Toastmasters and guests, I started my journey as a front-end developer around 10 years back. So at that time, I live in a place where it goes to around 3K per month. And my grocery expenses and other expenses goes to around 4K. But at that time, my salary was around just 5K. So how did I survive? It was with the support of my family. My family helped me a lot during that time, during the studies and during that difficult times. Actually, what I want to say is like, this is kind of an example of a complete indiscipline over the personal finance or the personal management, how to manage our finance. So I have been in this struggle for a long time, and then I came to realize there are some kinds of way by which we can live or we can manage our day-to-day expenses and our wants and etc. So let me share upon those kinds of rules or those kinds of principles which I learned to with you all. Let me share my screen. Just give me a moment. I have a presentation to share. Hope my screen is visible for you all. Yeah. So I want to share you a rule that is called 50-30-20 rule. So this rule was popularized by Senator Elizabeth Warren. And what this rule suggests is, like after our post-tax cuttings, we will get our salary, or we will get some funds, and that fund, we need to divide that fund into different buckets. First one is need bucket, the second one is our wants bucket, and third one is our savings bucket. So let me deep dive into these buckets, what it is and what it is not. So the first one, that is the need bucket. In this bucket, we can allocate 50% of our income. And this is important and this is necessary, without which we can't survive or we can't live. So that means it's paying our electricity bill, water bill, the groceries, all kinds of insurance payment that is very much essential and very much important. So that comes to the first bucket. Then going towards the second one, that is wants. Wants means like that is necessary, but we can't say that's important. It's like we want to celebrate some vacation on outside or inside the country. Then dining out with our family members or friends, or having some shopping activities or fun activities. These are very important for our lives, like so that we can enjoy our life. So we don't need to avoid this one. That's why we are allocating 30% of our income for this bucket. Then comes to the final one, or the last one, but not the least. This is the savings bucket, or in other words, we can say it as the investment bucket. This should be for our future plans and for the emergency need. So what it includes is emergency fund, retirement corpus, and the long-term dreams. So what is meant by emergency fund is that fund is like how much expense we need to calculate, how much expense we need for a particular month. That is very minimal. And we need to multiply that amount with 3 to 6 times. So that the importance is still we can survive, even like we are living in a very uncertainty world. We can hear a lot of voices about job losses, and other uncertainty, other kinds of critical conditions like COVID. So these fund that we are allocating for that particular time will help us to survive during our difficult time. And this retirement saving and long-term dreams, that is essential for our long-term need. So what we need to remember for this one is like we should allocate those retirement funds or those long-term funds in such an instrument, in such an asset class where that can meet or that can beat inflation. That's important. So let's come back to my story, how it helped me. So after knowing all of this principle, what I applied was like, I tried to keep two accounts, primary account and one secondary account. So in that primary account, when the salary came in, and I will move that kind of fund that is for our need to that secondary account. From that account only, I will try to spend, or I will try to distribute things. And then for the investment, I will make sure when the time I receive that fund, I will make the investment fund at least in such kind of instruments like equity, stocks, or mutual fund. By studying and analyzing and practicing. So this helped me or benefited me for the past 2-3 years. During we are just at the beginning of a new year. So I just want to share this old things with you because it's a new thing, and if you are not practicing, I hope that will be something that you can practice or that you can get benefit out of it. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Justin. That was very informative, and I'm so happy to see that you took it from a book. We are a book club, and we need examples from books. and implement them in our lives. Before I move to the next speaker, I would like to know whether the speakers were able to see the timer. Were you able to see the timer, Justin? And are you able to see the timer? Justin and
Sorry, I haven't pinned that timer.
okay. Michael, could you raise your hand so that you're at the top of the...
Yeah, I tried to pin timer with speaker, but maybe because the speaker was presenting the slide, Justin was presenting the slide. That might be the reason that visibility of timer would not be that much.
Maybe one can volunteer as a timekeeper so that can finish on time, because that is what we do in the meetings and conference.
Yeah, Michael is already keeping the time.
All right, Michael, you've raised your hand, so it's fine. All right, speaker 3, are you able to see the timer?
Yes.
Okay, great. Our next speaker is Toastmasters Ayumi Kusmianti Rahaya. Her title would be Start Strong, End Strong. And this is coming from Level 2, Project 3, from the Presentation Mastery Path. A little bit of introduction on Ayumi. She comes from EduLeaders Toastmasters Club based in Indonesia. She's been a Toastmaster for the last 7 months. She is a teacher and she was the champion. Now listen, everybody. She was a champion of Table Topics District. No jokes, okay? It's district, not club, not area, not division. District Table Topics champion. And she says that she is still learning to be better. Ayumi, take it away. The stage is yours.
So, do you need a mentor? I think everybody needs a mentor, right? So, even we don't want to be a singer, even we don't want to be a public speaker, we do need a mentor. Why we do need a mentor? Because that's the nature of human. They need to look up to someone that can inspire them, that can make them motivate more and more to live this life. I remember one of the proverbs from Japan I got from Ikigai book. It says that only by being active you want to live more and more. Even you want to live forever. So I think this is how I found Toastmaster. And what makes me so much interested to Toastmaster, that these Toastmaster provide mentorship. Anyway, I want to talk about my mentor. But in the beginning, I told her, don't come to this club to see me, because I will say many things about you. I will say good things about you. So don't come to this club, this session. But anyway, why I love her that much? Because there are 3 things I found as a mentor that I think this is 3 elements that mentor should have. Number 1, she is experienced. So she is very experienced person. The one that I look up to the first time in Toastmaster is her, on how she can manage the very huge meeting at the time, lots of members. And yeah, the second of all, she won lots of competitions. Anyway, even she won lots of competition, what I look at her is that she never being like too ambitious that doesn't want us to compete with her. Even she say to me like this, Ayumi, compete with me. So that makes me motivated more and more. And she told me that I will teach you. Okay, I will teach you how. I will show you the way. Just do this. This is your first time. Anyway, I joined Toastmaster in 2023 in July. In July. And I joined some meetings as well by her recommendation. So I love her because she always give me valuable insight. So number 1, experience with valuable insight. Number 2, she is so much put empathy to the new members, all the new members. What I can see that she is the one who I can text to before I do my speech. So anyway, I have my speech today. I have my contest today. Can you give me any like positive words so I can face the world? And she said, look, Ayumi, if you want to speak, just speak. If you want to deliver your speech, this is very valuable message from her. She told me that you are telling the story, be sincere, be authentic. Don't think about, I want to be the first rank, I want to be the first winner, whatsoever. Think about you are telling the story that nobody has that story. That's your own personal life. So you share to people that might help people to see another perspective, to get more and more value, maybe from your story. And so this mentor, I will not tell you her name anyway. I will tell you at the end. So she is very motivating for me, inspiring and motivating. That this is, I think, the good things in Toastmaster. The Toastmaster provide for us the mentor, and like one of Toastmaster members say that it's like marry someone. You have to select your mentor. Okay. And the third one is that effective communication skill. She had that. She has effective communication skills. Anyway, I am a teacher, and when I want to give reward to my student, I will say, good job, excellent. But I don't need that actually. We don't need that, right? When we do a speech like this and people just say, good job, that's insightful, that's this and this. My mentor didn't do that. She would give me a detailed explanation that, look, this is your strength, this is your weaknesses. And my strength is about delivering story with natural appearance, she said. So it's authentic, she said. But my weaknesses is that I'm still learning to improve that. It's my vocal variety. And she told me, look, Ayumi, you can do like this. Make a man like a man voice and the woman voice, and then this and this. I say that I can't make like that. Maybe cartoon voice. So humorous in a speech is also a good element to put. So she always teach me about this. And it comes to the time of contest, at the timetable topic contest. I could say that she's the one who, very important for me, the one who bring me. I even never imagined that I become the first winner. I didn't even expect that, because the first intention when I joined, I just want to feel the atmosphere of competition, the atmosphere of contest, the atmosphere of my mentality in front of people. And then she gave me the light, telling me, look, this is the first time, but it doesn't mean you have an excuse not to give your best. So start strong and end strong. And I keep this message until today. If I was so enthusiastic, join Toastmaster strongly. And I hope also at the end, I will keep this spirit, I will keep this motivation until the end, so I can end it strong as well. I give back to you, Toastmaster of the Day. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ayumi, for your poignant message on keeping strong till the end. Tell me about it. We always start something and then it just tapers off after a while. How many of us actually are able to be determined and persevere till the end? Thank you for that takeaway message. We'll go on to our final the fourth speaker, speaker 4. For now, this would be our final speaker, because speaker 5 will be joining us after table topic session. Speaker 4 is Toastmaster Jason Bernard from Malaysia. His speech title is Don't Hold On Too Tight. Don't hold on too tight. Level 1, Project 4, Evaluation and Feedback, second speech. Path, Presentation Mastery. Let me tell you a little bit about Jason. He is He is from the Personal Development Toastmasters Club based in Malaysia. He has been a Toastmaster for 3 months. He's a software tester, and he has received the Best Speaker Award for his maiden speech, Icebreaker. That's an award, all right. Best Speaker for first speech. He would also like us to know that he is an enthusiastic speaker who's looking to expand his wings in communication and believes that Toastmasters is the right platform to do it. Yes, Jason, you got that right. Definitely, this is the platform for you. So let's hear from Jason on the title, Don't Hold On Too Tight. Jason, virtual lectern is yours.
Thank you. Don't hold too tight. A lesson I learned the hard way. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, good morning and good afternoon. Today, I want to share with you something we all hold very dear to our hearts. Friendship. Friendship is like a flower that you find in a garden. And if nurtured, it will blossom into a thing of beauty. And just like how a flower to blossom beautifully, it requires a delicate balance, the same is needed in friendship. We often hear people saying, always hold tight to friends. But what if we hold on to them too tightly, forgetting the delicate balance that it basically needs? The consequences, the very bond that we cherish, will start to shatter in two pieces. I once had a friend who was my confidant, someone with whom I share all my personal stories with. We were friends as we worked in the same organization. And a special day came, my birthday. I dreaded working on the special day I was born in. I couldn't wait for the clock to hit 6 so that I can hit the road. As I was about to leave the office, my friend approached me. He stopped me and he said, "Brother, where are you leaving to? We have Aki's bachelor party today and we need to move towards Danny's place. Give me a few minutes and we can go together." I was telling myself, you guys can remember someone's bachelor party, but can't remember that today is my birthday? What kind of friends are you people? Of course, and he told that in my head. To him, I turned and said, "Of course, brother, I can wait. It's not like I have anything special to do today." But to my surprise, when I just walked through the doors, the apartment was filled with balloons, a cake on a table, and a banner behind stating, "Happy birthday, brother." I was surprised they're going to celebrate my birthday. I turned and looked at him, and he looked at me directly in my eyes and said, "Brother, you're one of the kindest souls that I know. This is the least that we can do for you. Happy birthday." Those words that day, it hit in a different spot. So special. And in times to come, we became best of friends. And we started sharing all our personal stories. We talked about our income, our expenses, all the difficulties we had in our life, both professionally and personally. As our bond strengthened, my care towards my friend grew. I started involving in his personal matters, thinking my advices would be beneficial. My friend, he was someone who liked to spend on things that he likes, rather than on the things that he really needs. A person with spendthrift tendency. And knowing all of his financial difficulties, I tried to take charge of his spending. When he bought a watch that he really loved, instead of congratulating him, I asked him on the need of getting such expensive watch when he should be actually saving the money. When he brought his entire family for a vacation using his credit card, I scrutinized his decisions. And when he enrolled his son into an international school at the age of just 4, I questioned him on the necessity of doing that. And he just sent his son to a nursery like every other parent. I started meddling the personal matters of my best friend. Even though it's for all the right causes, I still crossed the line. As days passed, I witnessed an erosion of trust between our friendship. And one fine day, my friend gave me a call and he said, "Brother, I need to talk to you about something." He expressed that he feels I'm exerting too much of control over his life, constantly telling him what to do, what's right and what's not, which he feels is not needed. I tried to explain to him, but our argument just escalated, leading to 2 days of silence from my end. On the third day, as we were waiting to onboard the LRT, he approached me and he said, "Brother, all I wanted was for you to give me some space and let me know that I can make my own decisions. I didn't want us to stop being friends like this. But if that is what you want, then I'm fine with it." I was fuming with anger. After everything I did to him, this is what he says. I turned to him, looked in the eye and said, "Go and make your own decisions. I don't care about your life anymore. Just get lost." 3 years have passed since. 3 years of avoidance. And I really lost a friend who meant a lot to me. Someone who was always by my side. And today, I stand in front of you, feeling hurt that I come to this very point that I can't even mention his name. As I reflect on this situation, I want each of you to think and understand that sometimes over concern or over care that we show to our friends, it actually just ends up hurting them. We should give them the space for them to grow and nurture, supporting them, of course, but without overwhelming them. Remember, in the beautiful garden of friendship, understanding and balance is what really helps the friendship of flower to blossom. We should not be holding too tight to them, but rather be the sunlight that gives them the nourishment for them to grow beautifully on their own. Thank you. Over to you, Mary. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason. I should be thanking you for that message that you gave all of us. It's amazing, isn't it? Our speakers are all, in my opinion, they're all speech contest candidates. You should go for speech contest. I'm not joking. All of you. Jason, Ayumi, Justin, I hope you are. Sudha, I hope you guys are. You stand a very high chance of winning your club contest or area, or like Ayumi, she's gone all the way up to district. We are in the contest season right now. So go for it. Go for it. Jason, you should go for it. All right.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
let's, yes. Someone wants to share something? I can hear. Okay, let's move to the evaluation segment. As I mentioned earlier, all of us are going to evaluate all the 4 speakers. We will start with the evaluation for speaker 1, Sudha Gayatri. Now, who would like to, if you don't come forward, I'll be calling you. You have 30 seconds to give feedback, both positive and or negative, for the speaker to improve. Please remember, the intention is, we're all familiar with feedback, so let's give them something to work on as well as something to feel good on. All right, timer, you please time each speaker, each evaluator for 30 seconds. If you have something more to say, it doesn't matter, but try to keep it short because we have 4 evaluations to do. All right, I'm going to first call, based on what's on my gallery, I can see Jason. Jason, can you please evaluate speaker 1, Sudha, for 30 seconds?
Sure. Thank you, Mary. Sudha, first of all, congratulations on your speech. I could really understand your story where you were sharing about how coming out of a cocoon and becoming a good speaker, believing in yourself. So that was really a good feedback for us to take. On the positive side, you had a very good opening, good personal story that we can relate to, and you had a very good language control, and the choice of words that you used was really fantastic. I really picked up a lot of good words today. On the sides that I believe you can improve is there was some filler words that you used, like so, and there was a lot of the word and used in your speech, which you can, I believe, can correct. And I know we are on online, so I couldn't see any of your hand gestures, but it's still important for you to maybe go back a bit and show a bit more of hand gestures so your speech can be delivered better. And also, I think it will be better if you can add a bit more vocal variety in your speech, so we can have the tones of up and down as an experience that you went through. Yep. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, Ayumi, could you just give her a quick evaluation?
For speaker number one, the strength, I do agree with Jason that the words were so structured, and I love the way she structured her speech. That's the strength. So it reflects that she has a very good preparation on this. Keep it the good work. And the second, I think because just simple, because it's online. So if you don't want to see all of the participants, you can just stick on this pinhole of the camera. So that's also how I did that before. If I don't want to be nervous, I will just see to the camera. So it will be engaged, I think, for my personal opinion. Thank you.
Next, Justin.
Yeah. First of all, congratulate you, Sudha, on coming to this Toastmaster at the very beginning stage, because I know you are a student, BTech student at that time. You joined Toastmasters and practicing all of these social skills and leadership skills. First of all, I'm congratulating you. And on your speech, actually, it's very clear, and the words you chose, as other evaluators said, it's very absolutely fantastic. And on that note, I find a little bit improvement. That is just the video, like how you can place at least it should not cut your head area. So try to try to plant that kind of camera in such a space so that we can see you properly. That's the only feedback I need to share with you. Thank you. All the best.
Thank you. Jay, feedback.
You need to unmute, please. Still, you are on mute.
Yeah, she started with a very good example, and it was very relatable overall content that everybody is having the fear of public speaking, and very good use of words. Like she told that your comfort zone should not define your potential, and your comfort zone, the realization she told about that comfort zone is only just little voice which is in your head, and you should not try to avoid that or should not follow that. That was a very good learning. Only few things, like all other already had covered, that some of the uh, pauses and filler words and some voice modulation she can improve. That's
All right. Fidor.
What I really like about Sudha, the first one, she's used the word which is very descriptive, vivid, well described, and she engaged the audience. She asked questions, even though we don't respond back, but she still tried to engage. When he got good structure, she's quite confident and very good relevant topic to everyone. The thing I think that should have improved, which is the emotion. I think she tend to be more like emotionless. I would be better if she used her speech with intonation, different, like put emotion when she feel nervous, when she feels scared, change her facial expression. So that would be better. Back to you.
All right. Neeraj.
Yeah, I will just finish it short. So, being a young student, it's an awesome message, and the delivery was excellent. The good points was the storytelling. It was amazing. Uh, Third thing I would like to highlight that you can involve more, and if you can just sync your storytelling into 1, 2, and 3, and probably in the closing part. Uh, at your age, I think we are not even 2% of what you said today. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Neeraj. All right. To evaluate the next speaker, Justin, let's start back. I'm just following my gallery, what's being shown. Jay is appearing first on my gallery. Jay?
Yeah, for Ayumi, no? Right?
Justin. Justin Joy, speaker number 2.
Okay. Yeah. Justin had shared about his personal finance. So yes, it was a very good way of presenting. He used the PowerPoint in a very good way, and the percentage split which he showed and all the expenses, which was a very simple and very good example. And I also learned many good things from the finance, and the way he explained everything. Only thing which I felt that which can be improved, that the conclusion was a bit sudden. Maybe I think proper time management would have made the speech better. I think you spent more time in explaining all this concept of 20, 30, and 50. You could have reduced the time there, and then you could have come to the conclusion and your personal experience based on what you did in your life, which help you. So if you can focus more on that part, it would be excellent speech. Thank
All
you.
right. Yeah. Thank you, Jay. Sudha. Sudha, are you with us? To evaluate Justin. All right, next, Jason. I see you in my screen, Jason, to evaluate Justin.
So for Justin, I really liked your voice. It was very clear and soothing to listen to. So it was really nice to hear. And your slides really assisted in delivering your message in a much more clear manner towards audience who are listening. The rules were very useful for us, which we can implement. I think there was a lot of filler words. So the word "so" was actually used very often. And I think I agree with Jay as well. The closing was a bit sudden or abrupt. So maybe you can just work on that. Thank you.
All right. Neeraj.
Yeah. So just to highlight 3 important points in just 30 seconds, that your topic was very catching. So it is very useful for our day-to-day life. And I really like the way you presented in the PowerPoint. Just to confirm that your modulation was excellent, and closing can be a perfect way, and it can be a little bit customized. So maybe for a elder one, the planning will be different. For maybe a young lady like Sudha, the planning will be totally different. That's it.
Thank you, Neeraj. Pidor.
I like that he's very confident and calm. He's so professional when he deliver, and I like the structure and the it's very informative. So I don't have any feedback, but that's it. Thanks.
Okay. Ayumi.
So I think everyone also believed that the PowerPoint was totally easy to understand. That's a very good point, and he was so confident in telling that. But just one thing that once in a while only, I saw the speaker look at the like trying to find maybe the words that he was going to say, and maybe just a humble suggestion to put the message at the end of the speech. That's all. Overall, that was so good. Thank you.
All right. Wow, I've got so many points on my notes. All right, next. Who else? I think I've got everyone already.
Pidor, I think Pidor is pending.
Pidor? I think you shared, right? Your points on Justin's
Share.
speech. Yeah, he did.
Okay,
He
sorry.
did, sorry. Yeah. Okay. Next evaluation would be for Ayumi. Let's start with Pidor.
So Ayumi is very good at vocal variety. She's so enthusiastic. She put emotion, excited. You can tell her hand gesture. She's moving like with purpose. She's a great speaker. What else can I give her feedback? I don't have any comment. I think she did a great job.
Thank you, Pidor. Neeraj.
Yeah. So for Ayumi, the words were coming directly from the heart. And I think it is well structured, well finished within the timeline also. And she could able to catch the attention of the audience. Probably her voice modulation could have been better just while closing and starting a particular paragraph. If she can modulate little bit, there is a way forward for Ayumi. Excellent speech overall. Thank you.
Thank you, Neeraj. Justin.
Yeah. So Ayumi, it was such an interesting and inspirative speech, like choosing about the mentor. So I want to share something about when I heard about who is a mentor should be. So if you want to learn something new, or if you are not aware of something, that there are two options by which we can learn, either by trying it ourselves or getting it a mentor. So you presented a very good topic in such a professional way with the vocal clarity, and the modulation was so super. I don't have any much comments on it, and passing over to you, dear Modi.
All right, Jason.
Yes, maybe. So for Ayumi, your voice was very loud and clear. So we can really hear whatever that you were saying. Every words were very clear for us to listen to. You had a very pleasant smile, which actually creates a warmth to the listener. And you had a very good body language and hand gestures. So everything was good for you. Being the filler catcher for today, I did catch a lot of filler words, which is so that you use. And one more suggestion I would let you know is there was a time where you paused when you said, I joined in July. You hesitated and then you went back, yes, I joined in July. During the speech, don't do that. Don't stop because none of us will know when you joined. So it's best for you to just continue so we will never know the mistake that you did. So that's the only thing. Thank you.
All right. Who's next? Jay.
Yeah, it was a very good speech, as everybody is saying, like her enthusiasm was very effective and very visible, a very good way, like very good laughing face and body language, everything was very good. And the way she delivered the entire structure of the speech, like she told main three aspect of her mentor, which she liked, and each and every aspect she explained very well with the example. And there were few good learning points also, like you don't much care about winning or coming first in the competition. Tell your story in a very authentic way, so you become yourself and you are telling your unique story. So all those things were very great. Only one thing which I felt that some of the pronunciation and maybe grammar, like she told the followable advice, more appropriate word can be a practical advice. So only few such things. Otherwise, apart from that, it was excellent speech. Thank you.
All right. I think we've covered everyone. Welcome, Ruswan, to our meeting. She's our speaker 5. So let's finish the evaluation for Jason, and then we'll hear from speaker number 5, Miss Yo, Toastmaster Yo. Jason's evaluation. Ayumi.
I'd like to say that Jason, was like the speaker, international speaker participant, I would say, because he feel all the element. Like for example, the vocabulary was so good, and then he was also good at intonation. He told also the story, and this is my homework from my mentor to have this kind of things. And I learned much from Jason today. Just humble. There is no suggestion for me anyway. Just my suggestion is join the evaluator and speech contest this month. Okay, that's all.
That's right. I agree with that one. All right, Pidor.
Jason is a very good storyteller. He's come with a prop with a rose. He's like a good actor as well. I think if I have to think about one comment, I think the stories is a bit too personal, and sometimes I feel like if as long as he feel comfortable to share, but just make it more less direct, I think would be better.
All right. Justin.
Yeah, Jason was, I think, a well-defined speaker. The way by which he is, the body language, how he's like, how he's look at other things and how he's showing the object of flower. It's very much interesting, and we can really relate to that kind of incident. So I believe you will become as a very good speaker, and you can progress in you can have a very good progress in your career, especially you are in a software testing field. So I would like to welcome you to our club, that is also a corporate club. We love such kind of testers that have such kind of a quality in delivering such quality things. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Justin. Jay.
Yeah, it was excellent speech, and like I also feel that it is the speech which can win a contest at district and area level or even at international level. I was remembering one such international speech by looking at him the same way like some international winner also had used the prompt of flower. And the same way, like I was much more surprised when another flower was also ready with you when you wanted to, which was one flower you had already broken, and second flower was also ready with you. That was one of the best part. Like you were ready with the two prompts, and the way you told the story and the message you wanted to deliver, which your story really exemplified that don't get involved too much in any relationship and don't try to control. The way you told the story, it was very effectively delivered. Only if I have to think hard and to tell you some advice to make like even further improve your speech, maybe I think you can think of some good poem or quote to add to your story. Maybe that might be a good thing. And one more thing, maybe I think audience interaction or asking the question to grab the attention at the beginning or toward the end might have make it somewhat better. But it was a really example of excellent speech.
Thank you, Jay. Who do we have? Neeraj.
Yeah, so overall the rating was excellent or probably the best. Jason, I just want to ask you, are you interested to join the sales field? The way you utilize the flower, you grab the attention. So we utilize a pen to focus while communicating with the physician to get the direction on our particular USPs. So, like in the same way, utilize a flower probe, or I felt that I was in some kind of TED talk and I am focused to take or buy something from you for that particularly while you were telling the story, and then don't press too hard, and then your body language was awesome, highly focused. Just to finish with one suggestion, that you can come up with some real good examples correlating with the real humans, maybe picked up from stories, movies, or rightly mentioned by Dr. Jay for a poem. So it's excellent, and probably you should start writing. That's it. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, did I miss anyone? Did anyone miss any evaluations? As far as I can see, I think I called everyone for all the 4 speakers. Please, did I miss anyone? Please come forward. All right, no, okay. All right, so now let's hear from speaker number 5. Speaker number 5 is Toastmaster Yo Ru Swan. Her title is What Do Soulmates Look Like? What do soulmates look like? She's doing level 1, project 4, evaluation and feedback, first speech from the presentation mastery path. Toastmaster Yuan is also, let me give you an introduction on her. She's a Monash University Toastmasters Club, Malaysia. She's been a Toastmaster for a year. She's a student, and she is the Vice President Education of that club, and she loves to read books. And we would love to have you because we are a book club. All right, let's go with speaker number 5. What do soulmates look like?
Hi everyone, thank you Mary. My name is Rushan and I'm from Monash University Toastmaster Club. So today I'll be sharing what do soulmate looks like. May I ask all of you, do you guys think that you find your soulmates for life? Please raise out your hand. Wow. Okay, that's a very, very good thing. Jay and Jason. Okay. Recently, I have picked up a book title. I have finished with it, which shows me the definitions of pure soulmates. It is written beautifully. It tells me that having a soulmate in our life can really impact our life, of course, in a good way. So how great would it be if there is someone who understands us and completely loves us unconditionally? How lucky would it be if we can find our soulmates in this world? All of us want to believe the existence of soulmates of ours do exist. Most of us may wander on the other side of the world looking and searching for the one, our very own soulmate. Just the thought of someone's soul is being linked to ours, isn't that a beautiful thing? Okay, now let me define soulmates. From the dictionary, I have found that when the word soulmate comes to our mind, we may think that of two persons who most likely to be couple when they are in a romance relationship or partners. But not all couples are soulmates. Not all soulmates can couple. Soulmates can also be your friends, family members, and anyone in your life has the possibility of being your soulmates. Okay, so from the dictionary, I found the definition of soulmates, which is a person who completely understands you and is perfectly suited to be in a loving relationship with you. Yes, I agree with this definition, but for me, soulmates are the ones who is destined to be connect in a deeper level, transcending the bounds of a normal relationship and pushing oneself to grow on our soul path. Let me introduce this book. I'm sorry I don't have the physical book here. It is called 1,000 Boy Kisses. Yes, it may sound like just another romance novel, but it's not. I guarantee it is not. Let me summarize the story. Don't worry, no spoiler. You can just read it through. This is a story about how a boy helps a girl, which is the girl name is Poppy, to collect her boy kisses, which is a task given by her grandma when she was young. The task is to collect 1,000 kisses before she dies. The boy makes his mission before the girl passes to get all her 1,000 kisses. I can say this was one of the most breathtaking and beautiful books that I have ever read in my life, and not my life, like recently. I cried my way through some of the lines when I'm reading some of the books. Every scene was filled with most intense and powerful emotions that you can ever imagine. The strength of the love of the boy and the girl shared overwhelmed me. This is one of those books that I know I will forever keep in my bookshelf. It will not be gone. It's not just a simple romance novel, but it teaches us to cherish our life while we can. Through the characters, it also shows me that chasing our passion will allow us to enjoy the world to the fullest and feel peace and calm inside ourselves. Okay, so until here, I think you may be wondering, it's just another romance. No, it's nothing. It's just like all the TikTok recommendation. It is not. It is definitely worth the hype. Okay, they show in the story. They show strength, positivity, love, and also courage. Also, vulnerability. I can say this is the first story that made me tears along the way. I have jot down a quote that I really like about these books, which is, okay, this is the quote that the girl says to the boy. I wish that people realize how this felt every day. Why does it take a life ending to learn how to cherish each day? Why must we wait until we run out of time to start to accomplish all that we dream, when once we had all the time in the world? Why don't we look at the person we love the most, like it is the last time we will ever see them? Because if we did, life would be so vibrant. Life will be so truly and completely lived. So the moral values that I have learned from here is live fully and beautifully. To conclude up my speech, I would say that finding soulmates is never an easy task, and it's never a thing that we should rush to do. It is someone who truly knows us and willing to love us unconditionally, even we have flaws. After reading this book, I believe there is still true love out there, and perhaps I think I might have met my soulmate. Thank you very much. Looking forward to seeing you guys again. Thank you.
That's inspiring for those who are single, that they still have hope to get to find your soulmate. It's also nice to know that soulmates are not just romantic partners. That's very true. Could you just share the name of that book in the chat?
Okay, sure.
Yeah. It sounds like an interesting book. I may have to buy it for my children, or even for anyone who's single. All right. I would like to welcome Runda. Runda is the president of Satwik Toastmasters Club, India. Runda, are you able to come on board and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, yes. Hello, everyone. Sorry, I miscalculated the time. So I thought, let me just join. Maybe I might get the last few pieces of this meeting, but it's a pleasure coming here again. Thank you. And it's late here. It's actually almost close to midnight soon. So I'm based out of Canada, Vancouver. So sorry if my lighting is not good right now.
Thank you, Runda. Thank you for joining us. It was a pleasure to see you all of a sudden. I was like, yay, Runda is here. All right. So let's do the evaluation for Toastmaster speaker number 5. Let's start with Ayumi.
So speaker number 5 have a strength at her smile. At this point, she can use it to express more on how she say, for example, the citation from the book when she say, what do you think if something, someone that you love, and then you can express with that and you smile at that. So someone that you understand, just like when you end up the speech, that was so good. So keep it up, the last part. So, and for the suggestion, I noticed that the speaker like see the note. So probably you can make it in a small pieces and put it on your laptop. I did that before. So put it like in a small sticky notes. So the participants will not aware that you are using it. Thank you. Good job.
Thank you. Pidor, your feedback.
It's a very interesting story to learn from her. I'm surprised to know what soulmate is. I think I could thing that I should have her to improve is when she start the speech, she should just start right away. But I feel like she stay high and trying to introduce herself. So just go straight to the point. And then I think the delivery, she need to deliver with more emotion and remember the key point and summarize the conclusion at the end. back to you.
All right. Jay?
Yeah, it was a very good review, which will motivate all of us to know at least explore the book. And the start was very good that she tried to engage with the audience who are having soulmate, what people are believing about soulmate, and she explained it very well, the concept of soulmate, and she described her experience of reading book also very well. But only just area of improvement which I feel is toward the conclusion. It was like I felt like it was bit rapid and abrupt, rather than how she arrived at that conclusion. Only just reading at the book, or what are some realization which led her to believe that true soulmates and true love really exist. That would give your story better arc, and people can relate how you change your opinion from not believing to believing. That would improve. Otherwise, it was excellent speech and a good book recommendation.
Thank you, Jay. Justin, your thoughts on
Yeah, she's a
economic?
very, yeah. Okay, she's a very good speaker, and the way by which she starts by asking questions to the audience, by making that audience interaction, so that everyone will be attentive, and it was such a seamless flow. So only one thing which I need to mention is it's like just try to use more hand gestures, and try to, if you're telling that such kind of story, use more Modi language in order to make that one story more interesting. That's the only thing. Just want to pass to you, dear Modi.
Jason? Are you with us,
Yes.
Jason? Yeah.
Yes, I joined. Sorry for the disconnection earlier. So for Rosan's speech, I think she's actually a vibrant storyteller. Because she mentions about soulmates, and then shared about the book with examples, and then shared the experience reading that book. So it was really engaging for us as a listener to listen to her storytelling. And the words that she used, I think those were very good choices of words. The only thing which I think she can improve is on the voice modulation. There was a part where she was actually trying to quote the book or read from a part of the book. Then that time alone, her voice actually changed. But before that, it was all the same kind of like a bubbly voice, which was nice to hear. But maybe when she's sharing her experience reading the book, it can have more intonation on it. Yep, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jason. Runda, would you have anything to say? I know you came in between, but would we have anything?
No, I actually just got the last part. So, for me, it caught my attention about what she said about soulmates. And as you said, I will also reach out for this book, to gift it to someone if I find someone single.
That's nice. So speaker 5, you did the job. You see, you got someone to actually go and feel that they want to go buy the book. So you have actually achieved your goal in presenting that speech. Good job. All right. So we're done with all the speeches, and we're done with all the evaluations. As I mentioned earlier, I will be sending all of what I've written in my notes to each of you in your evaluation forms, and I'll validate it as the Vice President Education. So you don't have to worry. Your speeches are validated. All right. We actually have another session, a table topic session. Though time is running out, we're going to do it very quickly. Toastmaster, table topic master Jay, can you just come on board very quickly, and we'll close off with the table topics.
Sure. So I thank you very much. I would like to know, can you please raise your hand so that we quickly 2 or 3 table topics we can have, and by the time I am sharing the screen, this table topic is somewhat different compared to routine table topics. And here I am having a few good quotes from the selected best books, and you choose your number as a volunteer, and you tell us about your story, interpretation, or experience, or your opinion about that quote that I would be asking you during this table topic. So who is any first volunteer who would like to participate in table topics? Vrunda, would you like to try?
Yes, I can.
Yes. So choose your number.
I'll go with 4.
Okay. So on number 4, yeah, this is the quote. You do not rise to the level of your goals, but you fall to the level of your system. This is by James Clear from Atomic Habits book. Yes, over to you, Brunda.
Oh, thank you for this quote. So I'm going to repeat it. It's you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Knowing that it's from Atomic Habits, I've got this book with my with me, and what I know is he's talking about habits and how to break down systems so that you create small habits and then it becomes a system. So when he says you fall to the level of your systems, to me, my interpretation is you bring your bigger goals to smaller pieces and then you get it into the habit of doing things. The simplest example, my favorite one actually, is how we start working out in January and then it trails off. But rather than that, this year, touch wood, I've been consistent so far. My strategy is wherever I drop off, just start the next day as if nothing happened. And that's my habit. I've broke it down to 1 week. Then I said, okay, now let's carry on with this 1 week for another week and so on. And oh, we are already in February, so I've carried on until 2nd February. So that's my interpretation. Back to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Brunda. Yes, your example was very good, and yeah, it is very relatable in terms of taking a New Year resolution. So even we fall off the wagon and we discontinue the habit, again coming back, resuming the habit as soon as possible, so that we develop the habit, which is a kind of system rather than just focusing on the goal. So it will allow you to be successful every day whenever you execute the habit, rather than having one big goal which seems unachievable and overwhelming. Thank you. Next, any volunteer for the next topic? Peter, would you like to try?
So me?
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Okay, so choose
I
your
choose
number. 4. 4 is already
9.
gone. Okay, 9.
9.
Okay. So number 9 quote says, it is not what happens to us, but our response to what happens to us that hurt us. It is by Stephen Covey from 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Over to you, Peter.
From my experience, I believe that we cannot choose, we cannot deny of what other people treat you or what happened to you. But you can decide whether you allow that situation to control you or not. So if you want to be successful, you have to be in charge of your decision, of your life. You will not let the situation, the people, the circumstance to determine your success or the future of your life. Only you cannot decide whether this would control you or not. Back to you.
Thank you. Thank you for giving a good take on this. And yes, it is giving us freedom to choose the response. Whatever is happening to us may not be in our control, but how we respond to it can be under our control. So for one more last topic, can we take, Madam Toastmaster? Yeah. Any volunteer for that? Sorry, somebody spoke. Who would like to volunteer? Ayumi, would you like to try? Ayumi is there. Jason?
All right, Jay, I'll give it a try.
Yeah. Okay. So choose your number.
Number 4.
Number 4 is already gone now.
Okay. 1.
Okay. So yeah, this quote is, "Your mind is for having ideas, not for holding them," which is by David Allen, which is one of the famous productivity book, Getting Things Done.
Your mind is for having ideas, not holding them. So when I hear this quote, what I understand is sometimes we have a lot of things running in our mind. We sometimes have some good ideas, bubbling out of our heads. At the same time, sometimes we have fear, and sometimes we have ideas that actually stops us from doing the ones that is good. So when you have ideas, you should actually write them down. Put them in a map if you want to. Put them in a nice, beautiful map and see, are they achievable? Set up goals for that and try to actually work on that. Don't let things in your head or in your mind which says like, oh, this might not be possible, or maybe I cannot do this. And those words is what actually pulls us back instead of succeeding. For example, I always wanted to do my PhD. And it took me a lot of time. Even after I did my master's, I was like, where do I want to do my PhD, and what course do I want to go into, which field, and etc. And then one point I decided, it's okay, I need to start somewhere. And I just enrolled myself into the best doctorate program I could see. And 2 years down the road, I'm still in a 4 flat CGPA, still doing my best in achieving that. But what I learned was, do not listen to those negative voice in your head. Okay, sometimes they are warnings, but that is good. But don't stop anywhere. Always put a comma into the decisions you want to make, but do not put a full stop into it. Just continue, and you can really achieve a lot of things from that. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason. Yes, a very good take on that. And you shared with the example that, okay, PhD, doing a PhD was very like overwhelming kind of goal, but you was not carried away by that vague idea, but you try to decide to focus on the next step. So this book is also talking about the same thing. Like you decide the outcome, you very well define the outcome. You should have clear vision of your outcome, and you keep on deciding the next step and keep executing them, and you have clear cut noting down ideas somewhere in the form of to-do list or journals or mind map or some way. So it will clear your mind, and you can focus your mind for creativity rather than just remembering the things you want to execute. So this was about that. So with this I will conclude because of time limit, and I would hand it over to Dr. Mary. Over to you, Madam Toast.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
you
Table
are.
Topic Master. We got carried away with all the speeches and evaluations. The Toastmaster, Table Topics Master had put out very nice topics and book quotes for us to speak. We can probably use it in the next meeting. Our next meeting would be on the 24th of February. We meet every second and fourth Saturdays of the month at 2 p.m. Let me just reconfirm that date. Yes, it's 24th of February. We meet again. Those of you who are interested in books, please do come back to our club. Even better still, be a member of our club. What is our club doing? We are actually looking immediately for 5 people to become our members so that we can get them to become authors. Now, in this club, we want members to have an ROI. When I say ROI, I'm talking of return on investment in terms of not just monetary gain, but you must achieve something being a part of our advanced club. This is an advanced club. So you not just come and learn about public speaking, you're not just becoming a better communicator, a better leader, you're also going to become an author. We are working on that. Please do join our club as members. We are looking for 5 people to become authors to start with. After which, once we get that blueprint in place, we would be recruiting another 20 people to become authors, either self-publishing, published, or KDP authors, Kindle publishing authors. So it's passive income for you, especially for KDP. So that's our USP. That's why we are here, to become leaders, communicators, and authors. Back to you, President. Your closing address for all of us.
Thanks a lot for joining with us and delivering beautiful speeches. And today's meeting was excellent in a way, like we got to hear excellent different speeches, which were like exemplary kind of speeches, and we learned a lot today. And with the example of round robin and that participation in a table topics also, it was a very excellent kind of participation from all of you. And with that, I would like to conclude the meeting. I'll stop recording